Hello, friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks. And today I'm going to talk about Symphony Limited, one of the marquee companies in the division and consumer durable domain, and they have come up with very good June quarter numbers or the September quarter numbers. So let's get started and find out what to do in this stock. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position into any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Now about the first quarter numbers of Symphony Limited. First of all, an idea of the company. The company is into the consumer durable domain, and they provide coolers, water coolers of different sizes, shapes, and you can say particularities for all walks of life, whether it is retail players like people at home, or for students, or for people in hostels, etc. The sales have improved drastically. The sales have doubled in the June quarter compared to last year. It has come up at 292 crores compared to 146 crores. Uh, the profit has increased by around 65% to 33 crores from 20 crores last year, and the EPS has doubled. Quite obviously, as the profitability has doubled as well, with the number of shares in the market remaining the same. Although there have been a sharp decline in the margins, net profit margin have come up at 11.3% to 15% because compared to sales, the profitability is not that means that much a lot. Like it's not that the profitability is has gone up in the same you can say ratio. So the margins have come up a little lower, but I believe that the turnaround is taking place. And I made up a video of a Symphony about 12 to 15 months back, and even that in that we had a scenario in which the numbers were not that great. But this time around, I've seen that the numbers have turned around and the sales have doubled as well as profitability has increased by 65%. So, what have been the reasons for the turnaround? The summer onset that took place in the June quarter. I mean, the summer was about to start, but even last summer the sales were not that up, probably because of GST. But this time around there was no, you can say, effect of GST because it has already played out. So the summer onset was one of the reasons. The summer went on till October, and people started buying into more of these water coolers, uh, and you can say uh, these kind of products. Better operations and efficiency. So the operational activities have improved over the last 1 year in terms of how the people persist with the product, and the operational activity has improved to an extent that the efficiency has improved as well, and they are producing better quality product at a faster rate to cater to the pan India presence that they have. uh, the product launches have also been better compared to last year. So there have been new product launches with respect to, you can say, wall mounted coolers being placed, as well as, you can say, some coolers that could fit into the walls of houses, similar to ACs, and they provide cooling of a similar nature at a lower cost, and that's why the business has propelled so much. uh, Electrification have also increased over the last year or so, with the government's plan to provide electricity in each and every household. People are also shifting to better brands in this section with better earnings and disposable income. People are able to buy into, rather than fans, but water coolers for their well-being. And with the summer season being so long in many parts of India, the sales were to go up anytime. What could be the different threats for the business? And I have mentioned that also in the last presentation that I made of Symphony about more than a year back. A major threat for Symphony is the competition from other non-organized or unorganized players in the same cooler division. Local players who provide coolers for rent, as well as their shops who provide cooler probably half the rate. But then again, the quality differentiates, and I believe that people are now shifting more towards organized play and better brands, so that the look of the house is better, and they are able to show these products more to the guests rather than having a local made cooler. uh, then second thing is experimentation. More experimentation in this field could lead to trouble, so they are coming up with a lot of brands, but then more brands into a division would also hit the sales. That's what I believe. They need to concentrate on a few brands for their product, and eventually make a lot of sales out of it, rather than going for a number of brands and not able to sell all of them, or not able to market all of them in a proper manner. The third reason is probably this is a seasonality effect, and we have seen a doubling of sales. But I believe that probably in winter the products will not sell that much, and we could have up and down sales and profitability number going forward. Uh, Higher discretionary income for people could be another threat. How would that pan out? Because if they get even more income, or say if their pay scale rises, especially in the government sector, then people will look to buy ACs rather than water coolers, and here or air coolers, and here is where the threat majorly lies, that people might shift towards ACs of all sorts, because there are ACs of other companies which are coming at a slightly lower price compared to the marquee brands of ACs. So people might shift from air coolers to you can say ACs, air conditioners, and there could be a total value migration towards air conditioners rather than buying air coolers. So one has to take that into account. So my call in this stock is hold for an up move, because the stock has not moved anywhere in the last 1.5 years. In fact, in the last three and a half years, the movement of the stock has not been that sharp. It had made a high of something like 1700 or even 1800. Right now, the stock is trading at around 1200, 1250 or so. We could see a major up move if the results continue to be robust in the next 2 quarters. So you can buy on declines and hold for a 3 to 5 year period. It is still expensive. I won't say it is cheap. So one has to take that into consideration while buying this. You could look for other ACs companies also, like Blue Star or Hitachi, etc., rather than Symphony. There's nothing to say that it is an exclusive company in the domain. So one has to take a call on all the stocks and compare it in terms of their profitability, and right now the PE that it is trading at. Uh, Probably Symphony is still expensive with the kind of PE it is trading at the moment. So look for declines, look for numbers in the September quarter also before taking a decision. Analyze the cooling market to an extent. This could even go down if the results does not match in the September and December quarter. This could go down to 900 levels. It is very precariously placed on the technical basis, so you need to take that into account. uh, Let one more quarter numbers come up and then invest. So this was my video on Symphony Limited. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that you can get my videos straight away when I post it. Thanks a lot for watching.